So what is Ramadan? Now we're going to talk about the obligatory fasting. Ramadan is the 9th month of the lunar Islamic month. It is like a guest that comes to us. And now we're having a big guest is coming to us in less than a month, which is Ramadan.
Yes.
It's the 4th pillar of Islam, so it is very important and every Muslim should do it. The month that the Quran was revealed.
Yes.
Now, some people would say, well, how come, it was revealed in the month of Ramadan, but it took 13 years to actually be completed? Here's what the scholars, they say. They say that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave the whole Quran to Jibreel alayhi salam, and he brought it down to the first heaven. And then, with the time, with the different circumstances and situations and so on, Allah was giving a portion of the Quran, or commanding Jibreel alayhi salam, or the angel, to come to Prophet Muhammad and give a little portion of the Quran until it was completed in 13 years. Does that make sense? So used to be one of the Huram month. And Huram month, haram, it means forbidden, And so, like when we say haram, right?
Yeah.
So what is the haram month? In the time of Jahiliyyah, which was before the time of Islam,
Right.
The non-Muslims, the pagans, used to fight with each other. But when Ramadan comes, they stop fighting. This is like a vacation time for them to stop fighting, because that's considered like a sacred month for them. So they don't fight in that day, and that's why they call it Huram month. It is a month of worship in Islam, and it is a month of fasting for food and restraining ourselves from bad behavior. So it is a good training way to train ourselves to stop doing the bad habits. It is an obligatory for every Muslim. So every Muslim should fast the month of Ramadan. So how to fast? Fasting from downtime until the sunset. So that's how we do it. We don't eat or drink anything. Before the downtime, you can wake up and you can eat something, a little bit of something, just to keep yourself strong. And then when it's the sunset, then you can eat. Okay? And when we break our fast, how much food can we eat? This is one of the poison things that we put in our mouth after we break our fast. We eat so much to the limit that we can't even stand up for the prayer afterward. Right?
It should have small. It should be small.
It should be like a small portion when we
You
eat.
shouldn't want it. Your stomach should say no.
Right.
Reject it, because how you gonna,
It's a psychological thing. It's in your brain, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes. So there are some verses of the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان فمن شهد منكم الشهر فليصمه ومن كان مريضا أو على سفر فعدة من أيام أخر يريد الله بكم اليسر ولا يريد بكم العسر ولتكملوا العدة ولتكبروا الله على ما هداكم ولعلكم تشكرون. In other words, the month of Ramadan is that in which was revealed the Quran, a guidance for the people and clear proofs and guidance and criterion. So whoever sights the new moon of the month, let him fast it. And whoever is ill or on a journey, then an equal number of other days. Allah intends for you ease and does not intend for you hardship, and wants for you to complete the period and to glorify Allah for that to which He has guided you, and perhaps you will be grateful. And so, from this verse we learn a lot of things. That means, the beginning of the month is actually when you see the white line. It's not when the moon is full. It's like when the moon has disappeared, and then the beginning of the month when you see the moon started to appear just like a little white line. Okay, so that's it. Okay, the other thing is, and that's why we have some differences between scholars on which day is Eid and which day is Ramadan, because they have to look at the moon. Some people, they take it literal. They have to stand up on a mountain and they see it.
Right.
And some people, they actually just calculate it, by the satellite, calculation.
Or is it by like, because like, some people, they'll speak to people who've seen the moon in Saudi Arabia, and then,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
go by here.
Yeah.
But should we be able to see it here and wait until then?
Again, there are some differences. Some
Okay.
people, they say we should do that.
Yeah.
Some people, they say no, not necessarily.
Okay. But I know no matter what, it can't go past 30 days.
Of course. Yeah, no matter what,
Yeah.
it's not supposed to be 30 days, more than 30 days, okay? Also, here it shows also the same verse. It talks about that if someone is ill, he's excused from doing the fasting. But then when he gets better, he has to make it up.
Yes.
Okay? Later on after Ramadan, right? Also, it talks about the people who travel. If you're traveling, you don't have to fast, and you make it up later. So these are, and that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He said, Allah intends ease for you.
Right.
He doesn't want the fasting to be like overburdening or like it's too much on someone.
But, sister, it's like we never get to complete our fast. It's administration. And I'm like,
You make it up.
make it, I mean,
It's
I'm sorry.
still, yeah, I had that thought on our way here because I knew this was about
Yeah.
fasting. Yeah, I felt that like I
Yeah.
get mad sometimes that I
mad. I
never,
wanna
we
completely.
never get to.
But you see what I'm saying? If you have the intention to be fasting and
Yeah.
it just didn't happen because of that excuse, Allah will give you the same reward like you're fasting in Ramadan. So that's the good thing about women. We get actually more rewards than the men because we have so many excuses, and Allah will keep giving us all these excuses, and Allah will reward us for these excuses,
Well,
So
inshallah.
don't take things like over your shoulder like too hard, or don't overburden yourself.